So the EU debate can sometimes be very bound up in statistics, especially around the economic impact of a vote yes or a vote no. But we thought we'd try and do something a little bit more fun and accessible, so we've come up with a cabaret night, an EU referendum themed cabaret night. It'll be in our cabaret setup here at the Core Theatre, so if you've seen a little band here before, you might recognise the format. And there will be a house band for the EU referendum, an eclectic mix of musicians from across the European Union, and they've all got their take on what it means to vote in Europe. We also have a sort of EU soap opera that we'll be giving you a couple of episodes of. This is centred around a couple. He's a yes and she's a no, and it's about trying to work out their differences there. There'll also be a host who'll front up the evening, and the host hasn't decided which way to go. So the host will very much be using the night as an opportunity to make a decision one way or the other before the vote happens in the morning. It'll be a range of other sorts of acts. We'll keep updating what acts will be part of this cabaret, so keep checking back on website and social media for up-to-date information on our cabaret. Well, it's very important to me that the great work that the Core does is known a little bit more widely. So before our cabaret on the 23rd, it will have done a bit of a road show. So it's taking a new EU-based play. The Core is taking a new EU-based play to the Pulse Festival in Ipswich as part of that very exciting festival. And it'll also be visiting Lancaster, and there'll also be projects in schools that will run alongside this month up to the final vote, where we'll be hoping to engage young people in this debate as well. So the EU Should We Stay or Should We Go show is very much out on the road, but the grand finale will be on the 22nd of June here at the Core. Well, as everybody knows, it is the EU referendum on the 23rd of June, and this is seen to be the most important vote that we'll take in a generation. That's how it's billed to us. And so it felt really important that theatre or the cultural sector should respond to these questions just as much as anybody else in society. So that's what we're doing. Well, Corby has been one of the most enthusiastic advocates of wanting to have an EU referendum in the first place. In fact, I believe there was a mock EU vote a couple of years ago. So it's obviously a question that the people of Corby are very invested in, and so we wanted to make sure that there was something for them to engage with in the theatre around this most important question that the town and the country faces.